This is a map I've never shown, I've never gotten it published, of America's distribution of hormone types by states and regions. As I say, I've got 14 million of these things. High serotonin, I know that should be red, but it's royal blue because I think that's the appropriate color, all over the South and Midwest. They are all much more Republican, as I say I've got all that data, and much more religious. High estrogen is in the Northwest and Northeast where most of our universities are, which is educational and reading. Everything that's loose rolls into California, that's the high dopamine. All around Washington, D.C. is testosterone where they are trying to run the world, or in Alaska where they're trying to shoot the animals, or Nevada where they're gambling, so it's very high. You can begin to see not only how America sorts itself biologically, but actually if I were to look at the world it would sort its own. I'm very interested in migration patterns now where people will go to areas where people think the way they do. You're going to see pools of genes, of certain biological and temperament styles. I think these things all evolved together. There's a hunting and gathering group. As an anthropologist, we think about early hunting and gathering bands where about 25 individuals, maybe 10 or 12 children, and 10 or 12 grown-ups. They're all going over a hill and they suddenly see some mushrooms. Well, you can't have all the high dopamine people say, let's try the mushrooms. You're going to have some of the high serotonin people say, it's not in our tradition to try these mushrooms. You got to have some high testosterone people who say, let's have an experiment. Let's feed the mushrooms to the dog and see what happens. You got to have some high estrogen people who say, let's sit down and pool our data about these mushrooms. I think that these four broad styles evolved together sort of, to the push and the pull of societies around the world. Once again, I think what I've stumbled on is these basic styles of thinking and behaving.